Hello viewers, welcome to Mobilemaths with Kamchrain. So if you are new to our channel, may you please like, subscribe and share our YouTube channel. Today I want us to look at October-November 2023 Syllabus D, component 1-1. Okay, so let's go through it question by question. Number 1, work out 6 plus 4 divided by 2. So mind you, this paper we are not using calculators. So let's work it out. 6 plus 2, the first thing that we do, we have to divide because of body mass. So this part here, we are going to solve it first. So this is going to give us 6 plus 4 divided by 2, that's a 2. So at the end of the day, we get our answer as an 8, okay? Let's move on. Work out this one, 40 times 0.3. So what you can do, you can say 40 times 0.3 like this, okay? Then we multiply 3 times 0, that's a 0, okay? Then 3 times 4, that's a 12. Then we count the number of commas that we have. We have got 1. So our answer is a 12 like this, okay? Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so this question, we have got numbers that are listed. We've got fractions, percentages, and decimal numbers. So the easiest way we can do is to try to have them as decimal numbers. That way we can see which one is the largest, which one is the smallest. So 1/5 is a decimal. We can say 5 into 1, that's a 0, 5 into 10, that's a 2. So this is 0.2. 3/25, we can say 25 into 3, that's a 0, 25 into 30, that's 1, remainder a 5. Okay, then if we say now 25 into 50, we get a 2. So here we have a 50, 25 into 50, that's a 2. So here we have 0.12. Then 13% is the same as 13/100. So this is going to give us 0.13 like this. Then here we've got 0.1. So they say start with the smallest. So which number is the smallest? 0.1 is the same as 0.10. So our smallest is going to be 0.1, okay? Then the next one is 3/25 because it's 0.12. So we can say 3/25. Then the next one is 13% because it's 0.13. So we write it 13% here. Then the last one will be 1/5. So we write the way that we were given. This was only for calculations. Let's move on. Number 3 is saying, work out the temperature that is 20 degrees higher than 12 degrees. So the easiest way I can say is minus 12 plus a 20 degrees, okay? So if you add here, I'm going to get an 8. So the answer here is 8 degrees. The next one is saying, work out the difference between -4 and a 10. So if you check out a number line, we are starting with -4, we go to 0, then we go to a 10. So what you can do is to say 10 minus, then -4, because there are so many numbers that are in between here. Okay, so 10 minus -4, that's a 10 plus a 4, we get a 14. So the difference is 40 degrees. Number 4, cashier buys 12 apples. Each apple costs 65 cents. Work out how much cashier pays. Give your answer in dollars. So 25 cents is 0.65 like this in dollars, okay? So we are going to multiply. Let's multiply 12 times 0.6, so I can write 0.6 at the top, 65 at the top there, like this, okay? So the first one is 1 times, we are going to start with the 10 here, so I can add a 0 there. 1 times 5, that's a 5. 1 times 6, that's a 6. 2 times 5, that's a 10. 0, remainder 1. 2 times 6, that's 12, plus 1, that's a 13. So I have a 13. I add them together, I'm going to get 0, 8, and a 7. So this, the comma is 2 digits here, so I can also say this. So at the end of the day, our answer is going to be $7.80, like this, okay? Let's move on. Now, we have got a question that is saying, Yasmin asked 20 people how many pets they own. The result is shown. So what we must know is that we are dealing with 20 people. That is very, very important. Find the range. Basically, when we are looking at a range, we say maximum number minus the smallest number. Okay. So our maximum number of pets here are 4. Minimum number is a 0. So if we say 4 minus a 0, we get a 4. That's the first question. Then the next one is saying find the fraction of the 20 people who own 3 pets. So let's go to 3 pets. How many? So this is 3 here, where we have 3 pets. How many people have 3 pets? We check the number here up, it's 5 people. Out of how many? Out of 20. So we can say the fraction is going to be 5 over a 20, like this. Okay, let's move on. Okay, number 6 is saying the diagram shows a straight line crossing, it's crossing 2 parallel lines, okay? So these are the parallel lines here that we have. Okay, fine. Then we are asked to find the value of x and the value of y. So I can say, since they are parallel axes, I can say this is an F angle, okay? So if this is an F angle, this angle is going to be equal to this angle. So meaning to say my y is going to be equal to 110 degrees, okay? So let's say y is equals to 110 degrees here. Then what is my x? X, this is a straight line. Angles on a straight line, they add up to 180. So I can say x is equal to 180 degrees minus 110 degrees. So I will get myself a 70 degrees. So that's how we answer. So our x, we say it is 70 degrees here, and this is 110 degrees. Okay, fine. Let's move on. By writing each number correct to one significant figure, estimate the value of this. So we want to change to one significant figure. For 53.7, we are going to check 5 here. This is the 1 digit. Then we check the next number that follows. Is it 5 and above? So if it is not, it means this number is going to be a 50. So we have 50 over. We go to 2. The next digit is 6. It's greater than 5. So we can change 2 to 3. So we have a 3 plus. For 7 here, that's the first digit. The next number is a 4. It's less than 5. So we can just write a 7 here. So what we have is 50 over 3 plus 7, that's a 10. So divide this, we get a 5. So our answer is a 5. Let's move on to the next question. Number 8. Convert 78 millimeter to centimeter. Okay, we know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So what about if I have 78 millimeters? I can simply divide 78 divided by 10. Okay, then we get the centimeters. So I'm dividing, because this is going to be more here, then I multiply by a centimeter, such that the millimeters here will cancel off each other. So this is going to give me 7.8 centimeters. Let's move on. 3 meters square to centimeter square. So I'll start with centimeter. So I can say 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. What about when we square it? So it means 1 meter square is equal to 100 centimeter times 100 centimeter, which is equal to 1000 centimeter squared. So that's the equivalent of 1 meter squared. Now, if I have 3m squared here, because this is 1m squared, if I have 3m squared here, what is my centimeter here? It's going to be more. So I come and say 3 over 1, these are meter squared, times the 10,000 centimeter squared there. So these cancels off each other. I get 3 times 10,000. I'm going to get my answer as 30,000 centimeters squared. Okay. Now, on this question, now they are saying the scatter diagram shows the ages of 10 people and the time they each take to complete a task. Okay, fine. That's fine. Then write down the type of correlation shown on the scatter diagram. I think we can say it is going, it's a straight line that is going up like this, which is a positive. If it was like this, it would be a negative. So we can say this is a positive correlation. So let's write, we can say positive here. It's a positive correlation, okay? Then the next part is saying by drawing a line of best fit, estimate the time taken by a person aged 50. So we are going to check here, okay, to complete the task. So what you do, I'm going to tell you how to go about it because I don't have a ruler right now. You are going to draw a line that is going to divide all the numbers evenly. All the points are going to be divided evenly, something like this. The number of points that you have at the top should be the same as the ones that you are going to have at the bottom. So this is more close. It's not the best, but it's close. Then you go from 50, you go up. Where it touches your line, then you go this direction here, this side. Then you read the number that you find here. So it is going to be more than 0.15 minutes. Obviously, so somewhere around the range 0.167, somewhere there. Okay, let's move on. For exterior angles of a pentagon are 150 degrees, 100 degrees, 45 degrees, 35 degrees. Calculate the size of the remaining exterior angle. So what we know of exterior angle is that they add up to 360 degrees. Okay, so if we want to find the remaining angle, we are going to say 360 degrees minus all these angles there. So it's minus 150 degrees, minus 100 degrees, minus 45 degrees, minus 35 degrees. So if I subtract all of this, I'm going to get a 30 degrees. That's the size of the remaining exterior angle that is outside. Okay, let's move on. Calculate the interior angle of a regular decagon. Decagon has got 10 sides. Okay, so it has got 10 sides. We have got a formula when we want to find the totals, the total number of angles. So total number of angles, is equal to, it's like I'm summing up all the angles. It's 180 degrees, then we say n minus 2 like this. Our n in this case is 10, so it is going to be 180. 10 minus 2, then we get 180 times 8 there. If you multiply this, I get 1,440. 1,440. So this is for all 10 angles. So one angle, to get for one angle now, one angle, we're simply going to divide 1,440 degrees by the number of angles that we have, which is 10, and we get 144 degrees as the angle of one decagon. Their angles are equal and are the same. Let's move on. Okay, number 11. Number 11 is saying evaluate. So 4 squared, it's 4 times 4. Okay, then plus 3 cube root of 3 here. Find out in 27 is the same as 3 times 3 times 3. So we get 16 here plus a 3. So our answer is a 19. Then this one here is saying 5 to the power of minus 1. When a number is to the power of minus 1, is the same as 1 over a 5 times 5 to the power of 3. There is 5 times 5 times 5, okay? So I can as well simply cancel 1, 5 and 1, 5. I'm remaining with 5 times 5, which gives me a 25, okay? So we have a 25 as our answer there. Let's move on. Okay, I've got a bearing. The scale drawing shows the positions of both A and B. And the scale is 1:2, 20,000. Okay. Now they want us to find the actual distance of both A from both B in kilometers. Okay, so when I measured, I got 9 centimeters here. When I measured this distance, this whole distance, I got 9 centimeters. But the answer is in the range from 8.8 to 9.2. So if you are within the range, you are okay. Then now we have got 9, we want to say, okay, fine. If I have 1:20,000, okay? 20,000, that's 20,000. Let me remove 1 0. What about if I have 9? If I have 9, it means I'll have a more here, okay? So I'll have 9 over 1 times 20,000. These are centimeters, guys, okay? So if I multiply 9 times 20,000, I will get myself 180,000 centimeters. Okay, is the distance. But we want to leave our answer in kilometers. How do we do that? So we are going to say, we know 1 kilometer is made up of 1,000 meters. Then if we are to add centimeters, we also multiply by 100. So we are going to divide by this number into 180,000. So I have 180,000 divided by 100 for meter to kilometer, then by that centimeter to meter, okay? So these zeros, they cancel off each other like this, okay? So I have 18 divided by 10, I get 1.8 kilometers. Fine, let's move on. They say using compasses and a straight edge only, construct the locus of points that are equidistant from A and B. So basically we are bisecting this. So what you do is this: you come to this point with your compass, you open and you draw an arc there, you draw another arc down, okay? Then you come to A, you draw an arc that is going to join this part, and then you come to this side again, draw. Then you join these 2 points together with a straight line ruler, okay? Like this. So that's the bisection that they want. Okay, fine. Let's move on. Now they are saying a ship S is equidistant from A and B. So basically it means it's on the line that we just constructed here, okay? S is on a bearing 105 from A. Mark and label the position of S on the scale drawing. Okay, so what we do, we are going to say this is our north, right? Then if I draw north, my south to here, I've drawn my west and east. This is a 90 degrees here. Then if I go down, it's gonna be, this whole angle is 180 degrees, yet we want 105 degrees. So 105 degrees is somewhere there. So this is our 105 degrees, somewhere there, 105 here, okay? So that's how you find it. You can place your protractor in this way, then you measure your your 105 degrees, and then you draw a straight line, okay? Where they meet, that's your point S, okay? Fine. Let's move on. Work out 3/5 divided by 1 and 2/3. So let's remove these improper fractions and write them as, let's remove the mixed fractions and write them as improper fraction. So we are multiplying here, adding, multiplying and adding. 1 times 5, that's 5 plus 3, that's 8/5 divided by 1 times 3, 3 plus 2, that's a 5/3, okay? Now, to remove this sign of division, we simply multiply. This is going to be 8/5 times 3/5. We cannot divide this further, so we are just going to say 8 times 3, that's 24, over 5 times 5, that's 25. So that's our final answer there. Number 14, write 36 as a product of its prime factors. So I can do my division. I've got my 36. So I can say 2 into 36, that's 1, remainder 1, into 16, 8. 2 into 18, that's a 9. Then 3 into 9, that's a 3. 3 into 3, that's a 1, remainder 1. So I have my products are 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. So I can rewrite them to their power, which is 2 to the power of 2 times 3 to the power of 2. That's our final answer there. Okay, fine, let's move on. A bus A leaves the bus station every 36 minutes. Bus B leaves the station every 48 minutes. Then the two buses both leave the bus station at 9:30. Then we want to know the next time when these two buses are going to leave the station together. So me, the easiest way I can do is to say, okay, fine, I've got bus A. So I can say bus A here, and I can say bus B here, okay? I want to do the simpler way, okay? Fine. So the first time is 09:30. Bus A is having 36 minutes, right? So I'll be adding 36 minutes to this one. If I add 36 minutes here plus 36 minutes, I'm getting 10.06 here. If I add again 36 here, I'll have 10, this time around 42, 1042. I add again 36, so it's a trial and error that I'm doing. I get, now it's 11:18 plus 36, I'm getting 11:54. Okay, let's see if this is the last one. Plus 36 again, I'll get 12. Okay, let me just go for B and see for B. For B, we're starting 09:30 plus 48 minutes. Okay, this is going to give me 10:18 plus 48 minutes. I can get 11:06 plus 48 minutes. This is going to give me 11:54. Okay, fine. So I can end here. I have also the same. So the time that these two buses are going to meet is 11:54. Okay, that's the time that they are going to meet. Let's move on. So this was a trial and error for myself. Number 15, I have this angle here, 36. If you see these are tangents, okay? Then if they are tangents, it means these sides are equal. It's an isosceles triangle. So the angle here and the angle here are equal. So I can say, I'm gonna say 180 degrees minus 38 degrees divided by 2. If I do this, I'm getting 71. So here it's 71. Also here it's 71. Fine. Then there's another thing that I can use. Exterior angle is equal to opposite interior angle. This is my interior angle that I'm talking about, and this is the angle that I'm talking about. So this angle is equal to this angle. So this is also 71. Then the angle at the center here is twice the angle at the edge there. So I can say 71 by 2, this gives me 142, okay? Fine, what else can I find? This angle out there, I can say 360 minus 142. Okay, this will give me 218 here, okay? So I'm getting 218. I can also find these angles because they are all coming from the center. So it means these are a radius. These are our radius. They are equal. So I'm going to say 180 degrees minus 142. Then I divide the answer by 2. So if I do this, I'm getting 38. So if I say 38 divided by 2, I'm getting a 19. So this is 19, this is 19. Okay, so this is what I normally do. And I have all the angles. Now I can start answering the questions. They want angle ABC. ABC. ABC is 71 degrees. Okay, 71 degrees. Then angle BOC. BOC, it's 142, this one. That's the BOC is 142. So here it's 142. Then BDC, BDC, that's 71, the one that we were saying it's in opposite interior. So it's also 71 here. So we are done. Okay, 71, that's a 1 here. Okay, let's move on. Okay, number 16. The region R is defined by this inequalities. So find and label the regions. So from this one, I can draw lines of x is equal to 1, x is equal to 3. From this one, I can draw the line of y is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3. Okay, like that. And they are going to be solid lines because of these signs here. Okay. Then for the last one, so let me just draw those first ones. So we have got x is equals to 1. X is equals to 1 is a line that is going up like this. As the x is equals to a 1. Okay. So let me just go a little bit up. Okay. Actually, let me do this. Let me do this. So that I can see everything. Okay, so I can go as up as I want. Okay, that's x is equals to equal to 1. Okay, then the other one is x is equals to 3. So this is the line coming down. So you draw with a straight line. I'm using a free range. So this x is equals to a 3. Then we have y is equals to a 2, which is this one, a straight line. Y is equals to a 2, and then y is equals to a 3, this one. Okay, y is equals to a 3. So it means our region is in here. Okay, but we are not sure yet because we are left with one more equation. So the last equation we have, we can draw a table and say, okay, fine. If I know, I can say y is equals to x over 2 plus 1. I can draw a table and say x, y. When x is 0, what is my y? X is 0 here, I have y is 1. Okay, what about when x is 1? What is my y value? It's when x is 1, let me use a 2, and it's tricky. I don't want fractions. 2 over 2, that gives me y is a 2. Then when x is 4, last one, but 2 points, you can draw a straight line. When x is a 4, we get 4 divided by 2, 2, that's a 3. So let's mark those points and draw. We have got x is a 0, and this one is a 1, that's this one. 2, 2, this one, and then 4, 3, that's this one. So our line is going to pass through these points like this. So this is y is equal to x over a 2 plus a 1. So to know which region is needed, you are going to take any point. I can take this point here when I have x is 1 and y is 3 to see if it's wanted region. So I can say x, so y is 3. 3 is equal to x is 1 over 2 plus 1. So you find out this x, y is greater than, which satisfies this equation here. So this side here, the upper top, this whole region here is the wanted region. Okay, so if it is the wanted region, I can come and say, okay, where is my area? My area is this shaded region that I'm shading. That's where our area is going to lie. So this is our area. You can label it area like that. Okay, fine. Let's move on. Y is directly proportional to the square root of that. So when they say y is directly proportional to the square root of x, is this one. Then we are given the points. This will give us the value of our constant. So we can say y is equal to a k can be a constant root of x like this. Then I can say my y is 2, sorry, is equal to k square root of 16. Square root of 16, that's a 4. So I have 2 is equal to a 4k here. Let's divide all the side by a 4. So our k value is equal to a half. So the relationship we have is saying, this is the relationship now. Y is equal to half square root of x. That's the relationship. Then the last part of the question is saying find y when x is that. So you can say y is equal to half times square root of 25. Square root of 25 is a 5. So we have y is equal to 1 over 2 times a 5. We get 5 over a 2. That's our final answer there. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we are now on Venn diagrams. Okay, so they are saying in a sports club of 40 members, 22 members run. So they are saying when they run, we are using R. When they cycle, it's C, cell S. So they say complete the Venn diagram. So the easiest way I can do is to start from this point here, which is straightforward. 3 people are cycling and cycle and cell, but do not run. So I can go in between cycle and cell. So it means I can have my 3 here. So I'm done with this one. The next one is saying 9 run and cycle. So I have my 9 here. And then 5 run and cell, but do not cycle. So I can have my 5 here. Then 6 run only. So here we have a 6 there that run only. Okay, so we are done with all these points here. Let's go to the first point where we have running people. Running people are 24. Let's add 9 plus 6 plus 5. That's what? 9 plus 6 plus 5. What is that? That's a 20. Okay, this is giving us 20. Yet we have got 22 people. It means there are 2 people that are not accounted for. And the most probability is that those 2 people are doing running, they are cycling, and they are sailing. So they are in between here. So if you now add for running, this is going to give us 22. Let's go for cycle. Cycle, there are 24 people. Let's see, 9 plus 2 plus 3, what do we get? We get, that's a 14. Yes, that's a 14. So it means there is a shortfall of 10. So it means those 10 people are only cycling. Okay, let's move on. The last one is sailing. Sailing, we've got 14 people here. We've got 14 people. Let's add 5 plus 2 plus 3, that's 10. So there are 4 people who are not accounted for. Those are only sailing. So we are done. Let's check if all these numbers are adding up to 40. 6 plus 9 plus 2 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 10. This is giving us a 39, not a 40. So meaning there's one person who is there who's not doing all of these 3. That's how we answer this question. Let's move on. Use set notation to describe the shaded subset in the Venn diagram. So what it means is that this is an intersection, G and H. So I've got G intersection H, okay? But then there's this portion which is not shaded. What does it mean? It means we are only concerned with the parts that are not in the F. So I can also say intersection, what is not in F, like this. That's how we can write this set. Okay, let's move on. The diagram shows, number 19, the diagram shows the speed time graph for part of a car journey. Okay, calculate the acceleration of the car in the first 10 seconds. So the first 10 seconds are this. So this is my final velocity and this is my initial velocity. I can say acceleration is equals to final velocity minus initial velocity over time taken. Okay. I'm not doing a physics part here, but someone can just take the speed divided by time. You still get the same correct answer, where you say acceleration is equals to speed divided by time. Okay, so I'm continuing with my method. So my final is 20 minus a 0 over the time taken, which is 10. This is going to give me 2 per second squared, like this. That's our acceleration. Let's move on to the next question. The car travels 700 meters in t seconds. Find the value of t. So this is distance. This is a distance. Okay. This is a distance that we have there. So how do we get distance under a speed time graph? We calculate the area. So I can have this as area A and it's going up to this point. And this is my area B going up to this point where we have a T. Okay, so this height here is 10 and here is T minus 10, this length here. Okay, so let's calculate area A. Let me say area A plus area B. We are saying is going to give us 700. Okay, let's solve it. Area A is half base times height, okay, plus for the B, we said it's length times width because it's a rectangle. It's going to give us a 700. Now let's substitute the information we have. My base for the triangle is 10. So I can say half of 10 times the height, which is 20, plus my length is T minus 10 times width, which is 20, is giving me a 700 there. So let's solve this part here. Okay, let's solve this part here. So I can have 2 here, goes there, 10. So I have 10 times 10, that's 100, plus 20t minus 10 times 20. What do we get? 10 times 20 here. I'm getting 10 times 20, that's a 200. So here I have a 200. And then is equal to a 700. So I can say 20t is equal to 700 minus 100 plus a 200. Okay. Then this is going to be 20t, okay, is equal to 700 minus 100, that's 600, plus 200, that's 800. Okay, so we can divide all the sides by 20, okay. So this side, they cancel off each other. So our t is equal to a 2 here is 0, 0. So 2 into 8, that's a 40. So it means our t is a 40. You can double check. If you say this is 40, this portion here becomes 30. Okay, 30 times 20, that gives us what? 40 times 20, that gives us 600. Okay, then here is still the same, we get 100. So that's how we got the 700 there. Okay, let's move on. Number 20, find the inverse of A. Inverse, we find determinant. So our determinant is equal to, the determinant is equals to 3 times minus 2, okay? So I can put brackets here and say minus 4 times 1, okay? This is going to give us minus 6, then minus a 4. So this is a minus 10 here. That's the determinant. So let's come and write our inverse. It's minus 1 over a 10. Then we change these ones. We have a 3 here, a minus 2 there. Then the other ones we multiply by minus 1. That's a minus 1. And a minus 4 there. That's the answer. Okay, then find the multiplication of A and B. So that's minus 2, 4, 1, 3 multiplying by 3 minus 1, 2, 1. Okay, so let's do our row by column. So this row, we multiply it by the first column. So we are going to get, let's see, what do we get? Minus 2 times 3, that's a minus 6, plus 1 times 1 minus 1, that's a minus 1. So let me just put small brackets. Then the other side, it's minus 2 times 2, that's a minus 4. Then plus a 1, okay. Then at the bottom, 4 times 3, that's a 12, plus 3 times minus 1, that's a minus 3 here, okay. Then the last one, 4 times 2, that's 8. Then plus, that's 8 there, plus 3 times 1, that's a 3. So simplifying this, I get minus 7 here, minus 3 here, a 9 and a 11 here is our final answer there, okay. Number 21, factorize completely. 6 and 9, I think we have got a common factor of 3. 3 can go into all of these. So we can say the factor is 3 bracket 2a minus a 3, like that. That's the final, that's why it's 1 mark. Then the next one, it's a perfect square. We can simplify and say it's 2b minus 5. Then we say 2b plus a 5. Okay, like that. Let's move on. The next question is 3 marks. It's worth it. The upper top, we can take out 2c. If I take out 2c, I'll remain with a c, a minus 4, like this. At the bottom part now, I want a number that when I add, I get minus 5. When I multiply, I get minus 24. The number is minus 8 and plus 3. So I can rewrite this and say it's going to be 2c squared minus 8c plus 3c minus 12. Factorizing, this is 2c, I remain with c minus a 4. Then the other part I can take plus 3 here. Then I will have a c, a minus 4 there. So it means on the bottom I've got 2c plus 3 multiplying with c minus a 4, like this. So these 4s, they cancel off each other. So our final answer is going to be a 2c over a 2c plus a 3. Okay, fine. Let's move on. Number 22, find f of minus 8. So you are just substituting where you have your x, you put minus 8. So I'll have f of minus 8 is equal to minus 8 over a 4, then plus a 3. This gives me minus 2 plus it's giving me minus 2 plus a 3, okay, like this. So my final answer is a 1. Let's move on. F of inverse of f of x. Okay, so we can say we've got f of x is x over 4 plus 3, right? Where we have plus 3, let's write plus 3 here. Okay, sorry, I wrote many times. So our f of x, we are going to substitute f of x with y and say y is equal to x over a 4 plus 3. Then we want to make x the subject of formula. So I can multiply all the sides by 4. So this is going to give me a 4y is equals to x, then plus 12. Taking 12 this side, I get 4y minus 12. 4y minus 12 minus 12 like this is equal to x. Okay. So when I'm done this, I can write my inverse as 4x. This is my inverse, 4x minus a 12. That's my inverse like that, okay? Then the next question is saying f of p is equal to g p plus 5. So how do we rewrite that? We can rewrite it and say f of p, that's now where we have an x, we put a p. So it's now p over 4 plus 3 is equal to 2 is equals to 2 bracket is equals to 2 bracket. Something went wrong here. Let's see, is equals to 2. Let's see. 2 bracket. Then we say p plus 5. P plus 5. Then we say minus a 1. P plus 5. Then minus a 1. I don't know what is happening now. Let's check. Okay, so we had our FP as P over a 4 plus a 3, and we say this is equal to a 2 bracket P plus 5 minus 1 like this, okay? That's what we have. So now I can multiply all the sides by 4. I have P plus 12 is equal to 8 bracket P plus 5 minus 1 like this. Removing the brackets here, I'll have P plus 12 is equal to 8P plus 40 here minus 8. So this is going to give me P plus 12 is equal to 8P, then plus a 32, okay? 32 here. Taking 32 this side and P this side, I'll have 12 minus 32 is equal to 7P. Okay, let's divide or simplify. This is going to give us minus 20 here is equal to 7P, dividing by 7, we get our P as minus 20 over a 7. Okay, fine. Number 23, we are given that this is a trapezium. So this means this side is also a C. Then this side going up, it's also an A. Then we are also given X is the midpoint of AC. So here we've got X. Then Y is a point such that Y is 2s2. So I can say 2s1. So something like this. This is where we have our Y. Fine. So the total ratio here is a 3. Okay, fine. Express AC. AC is equal to, moving from A to C, that's, we can say AC is equal to AO plus OC. AO plus OC. Okay, OC like this. So AC, AO is opposing, so it will be a minus A plus OC, that's a plus C. So I can write it as C minus A like this. So that's our AC. The next question is saying the position vector of X. So we want to find position vector X. Position vector X, we can find the position vector of X. Okay. So I can say the position of X, if I come from AC, let's go A to X, sorry. A to X is basically half of AC. So the position vector is going to be equal to half of a C minus an A. That's the position vector there, AX. Okay. Then the last question is saying YX. So we will now want to find from Y to X. So this is Y to X. How do we go to a Y to X? We can go via YX. We can say to get YX is equals to YA, then plus AX. This one that we got there. So let's substitute and find the values there. I want to work it down here. Let's see. So I said it's YX is equals to YA plus AX. Okay, so YA is going to be, YA is 2 over 3 here. 2 over 3 total ratio of AB. Yet AB is a C, so it's basically minus 2 over 3C. So I can say minus 2 over 3C, that's AY, plus AX, we said our AX is half of C minus A, like this. So this is going to give us, let's simplify it, minus 2 over 3C, then plus 1 over 2C minus half A, like this. Having a common denominator here of a 6, I can have this as a 6 here. 3 into 6, that's 2 by 2 minus 4, plus 2 into 6, 3 by 1, 3. So these are 6, then minus half A. Minus 4 plus 3C, that's a minus 1 over 6C. Then minus half A, like this. So that's our final answer there. Let's go to the last question for the day. Here, I can multiply everything with this, and then I'll multiply everything with this, then we can solve the equation. So let's solve it. Okay, so multiplying 3x by x minus 1, then minus 2 by x plus 1, then is equal to 3. I multiply by x plus 1 by x minus 1. Okay, let's simplify. This is 3x squared minus 3x minus 2x minus 2 is equals to 3x. Okay, 3, let me simplify this part first, this part here first, because it's gonna be a lot. So this is going to give me x squared minus x plus x minus 1. Okay, let's take out the 3. So I'll have 3x this side minus 5x here minus 2. is equals to 3x squared minus 3x plus 3x, then minus 3 like this. Okay, so this will give us a 0 also. So I have the x's, these ones, they also give me a 0. So I now have minus 5x minus 2 is equal to a minus 3 here like that. Okay. So I think there's something wrong somewhere. I left out something here. There's something that I left out. Let me just check. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. It's okay. So let's simplify it. I can take this x this side and this one this side. I'll have minus 2 plus a 3 is equal to a 5x. Okay, fine. Then this is going to give me a 1 is equal to 5x. Dividing every side by a 5 by 5, I get my x is 1 over a 5. So this was our last question for the day, guys. Thank you for going through with me. Please remember to subscribe. Bye.